today. Thank you very much for the effort you put in. Thank you. Andrew, please. Morning.
Is it possible to put the images on auto shuffle?
No, you can say that.
Okay. Kia ora, councillors. As a governing body, does the council share a sense of urgency in relation to New Zealand's nationally known concern of unmanaged ownership of cats? We don't need to view this as a us versus them scenario. True leadership will show that local government have the tenacity to address not only what is mandate, but to also include the public in a positive act towards improvement for our wider community. When it comes to the health and safety of cat nuisance issues, the SPCA and cat welfare groups do not have the power to commence the work that it's needed to take care of territorial authorities' mandate to address. Cat welfare groups expressed to me the high importance of education, and they would be all keen to speak with the council on how we can shape the way for improving the cat management throughout the district. Can you please shuffle the images while I speak, please? Thank you. There are 4 key interests that the council can help invest in by introducing cat bylaws with education: biodiversity, health and safety, animal welfare and agriculture. We need to look at prevention of the issue at the source of the problem, not kicking the can down the road and leaving the issue for others to deal with, not coming up with excuses of we don't have the correct legislation to work from, funding will always be an issue. These excuses do not avoid us from acting with a sense of urgency. Other existing councils have already introduced cat bylaws and know that it is not only an obligation to leave unattended, but more importantly, an opportunity to embrace. Whangarei District Council have shared that they have had much progress to show the effectiveness of introducing cat bylaws, that stip and chip programs can be looked into so there is a reduced cost for the cat owners to get their cat neutered and microchipped and no cost to the council. The effectiveness of working towards the issues that differ from each area is what Whangarei has currently been able to achieve. We cannot expect an overnight solution for this issue, but not acting with a sense of urgency and waiting for maybes is considered to be more ineffective. When you break down the key concerns of unmanaged cats, you can identify one area of interest that will in effect help manage all other areas that follow, that being animal welfare. If we take care of animal welfare, then we will severely reduce the other issues that can transpire when welfare is left unmanaged. Christchurch City Council mentioned to me, quote, "Staff are concerned such a bylaw would not be effective. This is mostly due to not being able to issue fines. The cost of developing a bylaw may be better spent elsewhere, such as animal welfare and control purposes," unquote. This is where I would clearly point out that commencing work towards reducing the source of the issue now rather than later would be a wiser decision. Investing in a cure where the problem begins instead of extra costs involved in repeatedly paying someone else to clean up the mess that the problem creates is how any true effective business model can work towards its full potential. It must be a priority for funding to go towards planning the longevity of a course of action rather than the money wasted on being inundated with the repercussions, what can be prevented if the council prioritised its expenditure. Before finalising outcomes, I would like to encourage the council to consult the cat welfare groups and take into consideration the necessity of bylaws with education and how we can all benefit with a collaborative approach from local government and the wider community. As seen in the email supplied, SPCA head office have clearly indicated that at this stage local cat management strategies are needed. The SPCA and local cat welfare groups are open to discuss a strategy for the Greater Christchurch District. I hope that the council allows those out there in the field who are doing the mahi to have the opportunity to discuss this further. The benefits for introducing cat bylaws would be effective as it opens up the door for what's ahead. It prepares the council for the transitional stage that is needed come the time that an effective bylaw can operate in full swing. We should not shy away from opening the door, as there is much light on the other side. The public will embrace what is safer for the community and will see that it is a positive move away from our archaic past. Ngā mihi, and I welcome any questions if anyone has any.
Absolutely. Aaron, please.
Yeah. There's an old saying, where there's a will, there's a way. Doesn't seem to be a will here, but the because Cats Unloved 15 years ago asked for us to take a position that all cat breeders should be registered, or they should be the only ones that have cats that are not desexed. Is that the position? You just really simplify it, that only cat breeders can breed cats registered and no one else can?
Well, some of the other councils have taken different positions on how they manage that, and yeah, they offer an exemption to people who wish to have more than one cat. But I think all this information that I've brought to the table needs to be discussed by amongst the experts who are out there in the field, and for the council to take in consideration what would work best if it was to become a part of the bylaws. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Andrew, for a good presentation.
Thank you.
Martin,
councillors.
please. Martin Allen. Martin Allen? Who? Okay. No Martins? Right. Malcolm, please.